Smelling me some cornbread.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of CornBread, episode 121.
Multimedia-verse production.
Multimedia production as my co-host Harry.
Looking at the camera.
Harry here, looking at the camera, all handsome and smart. I'm Joe, as you can tell if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, you smart.
You smart. I'm getting comfy. Hang
Get
on.
away from me. You're ruining the mystique of...
Oh no! Oh no!
We're not just sat next to each other, I promise.
On the fucking sofa. I think the wolf's a fucking dead giveaway.
Shut up!
Fuck off, wolf.
Yeah, welcome back to another episode. We are here, but we are a Callum down. So last week he was filming with Zack Snyder for
He was
Rebel Moon
playing
Part
the moon.
3,
He was playing the Rebel Moon.
but now he's retired from acting.
Oh, okay.
He's had enough, so he's just become a full-time moon. He started orbiting Jupiter
With his toilet tube.
with his toilet tube, and yeah, wish him luck.
You can find him on Glastonbury High Street.
You can see it, yeah.
Ketted out of his
What the
mind
fuck is that, yeah.
with a fucking tube.
Actually, do you want to know something?
Yeah.
This is a memorial episode.
Oh no.
So, the Wizard of Glastonbury passed away.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but
The bloke
not Grailbard Zenon.
No, that's Josh's uncle. That.
Definitely not Josh's uncle. Josh just loves him.
Oh right. I thought it was his granddad.
He lived in Glastonbury for ages because he was trying to find King Arthur's round table, and then he went to Egypt.
Weren't even around apparently.
And no, it doesn't surprise me.
No, there's a guy that dressed up as a wizard, and he'd always be stood outside Glastonbury Abbey.
Was it Alan Moore?
No. He had a better beard, mate. White.
Yeah, fair.
White beard. But
Well,
yeah, dressed up like Merlin.
I went the wrong way slightly to take the detour that you told me to take, and I went up the high street today.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like, Glastonbury's just wonderful, isn't it? It's a if you live local and you listen to this episode and you've never spent a day in Glastonbury, and not the festival, we mean the actual village or town or whatever it is, just come and spend a day on the high street. You know, have an open mind.
Go in a cafe.
Yeah, have some cafe. You know,
shop around.
Make sure you watch your drinks. You know,
Go down the tea rooms. Have a look at the Abbey.
Yeah, it's got a good fish and chip shops here. So it's all going on, but it's all a bit strange. There's a lot of crystal shops.
There is.
But I drove up, and there was someone with a singular drum, having a good old bash.
Yeah.
And then there was just like one guy behind her. She was bashing this drum. One guy, and he was like this. Just like absolutely fucking loving it. Like, and it's quite cold out. Like, it wasn't even. He was just there like, oh, yeah.
Keep it warm, maybe.
Having a right old fucking, you know.
Lift your arm up. You got a hole. Getting a hole in your arm.
No, that's because I fucking worked so hard typing with my elbows on the fucking. No, because I'm like.
I got type on.
Have I got a fucking.
Yeah, mate. Back here.
Oh.
Feel that?
Bastard.
See that on camera?
Yeah, I can see it.
Look here.
I can see it. Well, I'm so poor that that's what's happened. Little fucking holes in me. I can't wear that anymore. God, I work in a nice office.
It.
Yeah.
Don't throw it out.
No, I'll sew a bit of something.
Take it to your nan.
My nan died last year.
Take it to your mum.
She died.
No, she didn't. No, I know she didn't.
Yeah.
Does your mum know?
What were we talking about before? Yeah, probably. I'll get Chloe to do it. Actually, I know how to sew. They put me in a special sewing class once because my dexterity was so bad that they put me in a sewing class.
What do you mean? What were you like holding a pen like that?
I had no like fine motor skills. I couldn't cut things in a straight line and like, yeah. I'd be like, oh shit!
They give you needle.
Well, they just gave me. They were like to like help me like.
So thread the needle.
Yeah, so you sew an X then a square and then you can. That's how you sew.
But why would you give a non-dexterous child a sharp needle?
I don't know. Fuck. Well, I wasn't like that young. I think I was like late primary school. I don't know.
Still, if you don't know how to use your fingers, mate.
No, it wasn't quite as bad as like, oh fuck, oh fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but you can't.
I just couldn't do it, and I'm still not very good. I don't actually have very good. Like, I try and do my daughter's buttons, and I'm not very good. It takes me ages sometimes. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm really good at games.
It's like when your hands get cold.
Yeah, I like that
My
all the
fingers
time.
stiffen up, and it's like I just can't move them.
Yeah, I'm like that all the time. I have no fine motor skills. My dexterity's alright, but I'm just like, I'm all ass and elbows. You know what I mean? Like,
All tits and teeth.
all tits and teeth. So I've not quite got those skills, unfortunately.
Oh, that's alright.
Like,
for what you lack in dexterity, you make up for
in pure wit and charm.
pure wit and charm. For sure.
I can't remember what we were talking about prior to my hole being noticed. But
We were talking about.
doesn't matter, does it?
No.
No. I'm sorry if it was really interesting, listeners, and that
clearly
we've
wasn't.
fucking gone off topic completely.
Yeah.
Thrown us away with talks of holes and
Mystery.
holes and all things.
Space and time.
Speaking of space and time, no, I don't have a good segue for that, unfortunately.
You fuck.
I have a good segue for space. Did I talk about Silent Hill? Didn't I?
Oh, yeah,
I've done a really shit job of ticking off my list.
Oh, Harold.
So no, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about something I watched called. Should we talk about Saturday night, or did we already talk about it? Did I already talk about it, didn't I?
About it.
Let's
I
not
haven't
bother then.
really got too much to talk about on that.
No, that's fine.
Other than I liked it. I watched Saturday Night, guys. I liked it.
Yeah.
Probably give it 8.5.
Yeah, that's what I gave it.
Sickhead.
I watched a film called The House, which I'm going to talk about very briefly.
Will Ferrell one.
Yeah, I watched it on
What do you
holiday.
reckon?
Yeah, it was alright. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
There were a couple quite funny bits in it. I just love Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
And she is the best part in it, I think. I also quite like Jason, I'm not going to say his surname correctly, Montasukanakis or whatever his name is. He plays...
Sudeikis?
No, he's not Jason Sudeikis. The guy who plays the crazed friend who's like single and helps them run the casino. He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine as like the fucking nutter.
Yeah.
But his name is like Jason... I'll find it.
Yeah.
Jason Montecusa...
Vera, Basta, Pula.
The House. Yeah, so it is... Hang on. Jason Mantzoukas. Zukas? Mantzoukas?
Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah. But he's funny. He's in Invincible as well, the
He's
show.
funny.
But,
He's got a very distinct
He's
voice,
got a
hasn't he?
real, like, crazed...
Gravelly.
Yeah, well, he's kind of like... He's got a bit of a dickhead voice. Like, in a good way.
Almost sounds like he's being sarcastic or
Yeah.
patronising.
Yeah, and a bit like frantic. He's got a good energy about him. But I liked him in it, and Will Ferrell's fine. He's just Will Ferrell in it. But I think Amy Poehler with her fucking lighter when she's like, just fucking love weed. She's been like this straight-laced mum for like fucking 50 years, and she just like in this film finds this like just love weed. So good.
Yeah.
So some of it was quite funny, to be fair, but it wasn't like a classic comedy,
No.
I'd say. But it was enjoyable.
I feel like in recent years, something that like sticks out in my mind is probably more like Game Night.
Yeah, Game Night's a better film.
Mm.
Did I just score it? 7 out of 10.
7
I
out
gave
of
The
10.
House, yeah.
7
Yeah,
out
I
of
love
10.
Game Night. That's probably the one I want to see is the Booksmart.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I know that you like that. That as far as I've seen, sort of review wise, has been like
It's like
one of
this,
the most recent classic
it's the
comedies.
super bad of like
Yeah.
2010s, 2012. Like
Yeah, because it
almost
came out in like 2018, 19.
I think,
Yeah.
2019.
I watched Joyride a little while ago. That was alright. It wasn't great.
Mm.
It was
Not seen it.
like goodish. I watched another one called Bottoms, which I did not enjoy,
I heard it was shit.
and that's got the actress in it we were just talking about from
Yeah,
Saturday Night and
yeah.
Shiva Baby. But it's also got Aoe Debari in it.
Oh,
Has it got her in it?
she's,
It has got Aoe Debari in it.
she's coming out in something new, isn't she?
Opus.
Opus.
Yeah, that's in the cinema soon. Might go and see it if I hear good things. If I get a chance.
Mm.
But me and Chloe watched like 20 minutes of it, and it just wasn't that good. I'd heard quite good things about it.
What Bottoms?
Bottoms, I was like, this isn't really that funny, and I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those films that is really relevant if you're like
generational humour.
It's generational, and also it's about young female lesbians. Do you know what I mean? Trying to get laid and stuff. So maybe that was like it. I don't know. I couldn't really understand what the point or the humour was. I was like, I'm not finding any of this funny at all. But you know. But Joyride was alright. But there's just no... There's not... And I think that... We've talked about it before. I do think that political correctness has killed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you end up with films... So, like, if you made 40-Year-Old Virgin politically correct, it would still be a great film, but it would miss the filler jokes in between it all.
Yeah.
Between those big moments. And then you get a film like No Hard Feelings.
Me so horny.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the silly little bits like that. And then you get the film like No Hard Feelings, which has some funny tentpole bits, but then just the bits in between
like
just
bland.
aren't funny. It's not bland.
Yeah.
I watched Superbad, a little bit of Superbad. I just put it on the background.
The dialogue is just so
it's just
like,
so
natural,
whip, isn't it? And it's just like they're just talking, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
And they're just talking about the fucking porn sites and then getting laid and...
It's like you're just chilling out on a day with them.
Yeah. Seth Rogen, I think that must be his best role. Maybe bar Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
But he's so funny.
Jonah Hill,
in
you
it.
mean?
Jonah Hill, sorry. Who did I say?
Seth Rogen.
Oh, no, I didn't mean Seth Rogen. I meant Jonah Hill. I know he's in it.
Yeah.
I meant Jonah
But
Hill.
he's not
And also
Wolf-
Christopher Mintz-Plasse. I think all three of them are iconic.
Yeah. They each
Chicka, chicka, chicka,
fit
chicka.
that role and they've like become that role.
Yeah. I am loving. He's so good in it, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. You can see that he's irritating everyone around him. But I think that's kind
well,
of...
that's exactly why they cast him.
Yeah,
because in the audition he pissed off Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill was like, I do not want them.
I love it
and they were
so
like,
much.
we've got to get him then.
Yeah, it is a classic. But Jonah Hill is amazing in it.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that... this is the hard bit, is because people do grow up and people do change. But I feel like Jonah Hill just went a really random direction and maybe started taking himself too seriously.
I think so. It was after... probably just after 22 Jump Street came out.
Yeah, because that's hysterical.
That was like, yeah.
And he's so good in it. And then obviously, Wolf of Wall Street, he got his second Oscar nomination. And I think it's a bit like, oh, are you just becoming a bit big for your britches now?
Maybe.
And then I didn't see him in a
his
massive...
first film,
which was actually really good.
Yeah, the mid-90s was...
Yeah, I think he got fed up of being taken as the, like, schlubby guy.
Yeah.
He didn't want to just be known as the fat guy that was just, like, whatever.
Yeah,
and he was,
just known for
always
comedies,
being rude to in interviews, wasn't he?
No, yeah, for sure.
But Mid-90s is a banging film. I haven't seen it. I don't think he's directed much else. He did a thing called Stutz on Netflix, which I haven't watched, which is about his therapist.
Right, yeah. Didn't
you
he
seen
do
that?
Didn't he do that Maniac as well?
He was in that, but I don't think he directed
okay.
it. I think. It was in that with Emma Stone.
Yeah, and then...
the bit in Superbad that always never fails to fucking slay me is when he's baking with Emma Stone and he's like behind her and he like grabs the eggs and the spoon and he's like, and then he's like, and then he gets the, and he's got the jug and he's like beating one out and then he like drinks from the jug and just like keeps going. It's just so good. Where the fuck they got half the shit in that film? Oh my god, it's so funny. I literally like laugh out loud like so many points in that film. I could be on my own or with people.
It's in my top 10 for a reason.
Yeah.
Up to currently as it stands.
It's so good, but I just loved the era of comedies. Knocked Up,
mid like
40-year-old, yeah, mid to early.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Even The Other Guys was funny.
Yeah.
Fucking Will Ferrell and The Other Guys is good.
Yeah, mate. But even to be fair, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg is funny. I don't think he's a good actor, but he is funny.
Yeah.
But Will Ferrell in that with Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Get it on.
You look kind of shitty. You look kind of trashy. Like, and she's just like absolutely ridiculous.
And then fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
And then they jump off over the bushes, and they were just
there were no
really
bushes
high all the time. Yeah, The Other Guys is good. But yeah, I think I love Knocked Up. What I want to watch and enjoy is Freaks and Geeks, because I watched the first 2 episodes and I didn't like it that much. Yeah.
I actually...
And that is like classic, isn't it?
I actually rewatched it recently.
Did you?
Yeah, like maybe a few weeks ago. It's on Prime. It is so good. You get such a...
Because that's Paul Feig and Judd Apatow, isn't it? It's like their early success story.
You get such a nice feeling for the characters.
Yeah,
and you really get to know them.
I need to power through with it, but I just didn't love it from the first couple of episodes. But I'm gonna watch it.
Nice.
But yeah, I loved that era.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like they've done much since. Like Paul Feig did Ghostbusters, wasn't very good. He did A Simple Favour, which was alright.
Yeah, This Is 40 was probably like
that's probably
the most recent.
As far as I know, unless they've been coming out and no one's noticed. Oh, I think Judd Apatow did King of Staten Island, which I heard was shit.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. That was one of the first episodes. I think one of our
You
first
reviewed,
episodes.
yeah.
And actually, speaking of that, this is in the future. This was coming out 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
But 2 days ago was our 3rd year anniversary.
Crikey, that's mad.
Did you not get a memory come up?
No.
Yeah, 3 years.
3 fucking years. It's a shame that there's not all 3 of us here to discuss that, isn't it? But Callum, if you're listening, we love you.
We love you. Happy 3 year, baby.
I hope you feel better soon. But
there's a ring coming, I promise.
There's a ring. 1 ring. 3 were given to the Dwarf Lords. But yeah, it is. That's mad. That's mad. But yeah, what were we talking about? Comedies, yeah.
Yeah, King of Staten Island. Yeah, one of the first episodes of the podcast.
Yeah.
I reviewed it, and I didn't.
I think we did Encanto, Whiplash.
Yeah, I don't like Pete Davidson really.
I do like Pete Davidson. To be fair, I like him on the roasts. And I liked him in Suicide Squad very briefly. He's in, but I quite liked him in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Randomly, he plays one of the robots.
Right.
He's quite good in it, to be fair.
I just don't like him.
Yeah.
He's a crony.
He is one of your cronies, mate. He's got I think because he's just a weird-looking motherfucker.
Mm.
And I just love the fact that he is pulling like some of the most.
He just seems like a dickhead.
He probably is a bit of a dickhead, I think. I would imagine so.
I don't find him that funny. Have you seen any of his stand-up stuff?
Don't know. I find him funny on the roasts.
Yeah.
The roast of like Rob Lowe and
yeah.
Alan. I don't know if he did Out Baldwin or not. He did one before that.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yeah. I liked him on those.
Yeah.
To be fair, but I do just love a roast.
I know you love your roast.
I fucking love a roast dinner.
Not even
and I
dinner.
fucking love. I love a roast. I think some of the funniest shit I've ever seen is the roast of James Franco. Have you ever watched like the whole thing?
No, I've not watched the whole thing, but I've watched like the highlights from it.
It's so good.
That's
it's
one
pure
where Jonah Hill
gold.
goes off on one, isn't it?
Jonah Hill and
Andy Samberg.
So it's Jonah Hill, Andy Samberg, Aziz Ansari, Sarah Silverman, fucking Seth Rogen, Bill Hader. I always forget him. Fucking Jeff Ross.
Yeah.
Natasha Leggero. I think I might be all of them. I think I remembered everyone bar James Franco. Honestly, and every set piece is so funny because James Franco is just like got into so many comedies where he's just got all these like hysterically funny people. Yeah. And when Bill Hader plays Hollywood, Mr. Hollywood himself, it's just so inspired. It's such a clever little idea. But I think it's Andy Samberg's
self-deprecating, isn't it?
Oh, he just completely flips the roast on his head and does such a good job by not really roasting anyone. And then he roasts like himself and Jeff Ross like once, and then it's just like he's just a fucking hero. I like it when he like roasts Aziz Ansari, and he's like, God, everyone's making so many Indian jokes about you tonight. It's like, hey Aziz, what's it like to have a unique cultural perspective on what it is to be a fucking Indian and American? You piece of shit. Like, it's just so good. It's so inspired. But yeah, anyone listening, watch if you like a roast, the roast of James Franco is the best one by far. The one about Rob Lowe is really good because they have Ann Coulter on it, who is basically like a fucking white supremacist, basically. And I cannot fathom why she went on that show. I think the only reason...
But they would just fucking pick on it, don't they?
They fucking roasted her more than they roast Rob Lowe, by far. And, like, they were absolutely horrible to her. Deserved, because she is essentially a fucking racist, I think.
Which one is Hannibal Buress in?
That's the Justin Bieber one.
Yeah.
And he comes on the stage, and I think he talks about Pete Davidson. He's like... I don't like you, man. I don't like talking about you. I don't like talking to you. I don't like your face. He's like, I just don't feel right when I'm near you. Like, I really like Hannibal Buress.
I think he's actually one of the most funny people.
So funny.
Have you seen him on the Eric Andre show?
A little bit, yeah.
He's really good.
I like him on... I quite liked him in Tag. That was quite a good film.
Brilliant. It's when he's the moment in Tag is they're in like the wedding venue, and someone pantsers him. And He's
Yeah.
got those leopard print pants on.
He's in something else, Hannibal Buress, that I've seen him in that I really thought he was just so funny in, and I cannot remember what it was.
Oh, he's great, and his stand-up comedy as well is really funny.
Yeah,
He's
because
just-
he exposed Bill Cosby, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Which is so random.
Was he like a journalist or a writer?
Well, I don't know, but they joked about it on the roast. Yeah, but I don't know much about it. What was he in?
That's even funnier though. The fact that it's him that exposed Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it's random.
He's got such a dry,
It's so dry.
can't even tell if he's joking.
Yeah, he's in Baywatch, which I haven't seen because I've heard it was shit. but
Baywatch is alright. It's not terrible.
I think
it's
he
not
was.
like-
He's in Bad Neighbours and Bad Neighbours 2, which might be what I've seen him in that I liked him in. I can't remember how much he's in it, but Tag is his
Tag is probably best
one of the
I've
biggest
seen.
one.
Yeah.
But he is funny.
He is very
He's just
funny.
so do you know what I mean? His voice
Yeah.
is so unlacking in conviction, but it's just so hysterical.
But yeah, his punchlines are always just
yeah,
weirdly hysterical.
yeah, I do like him.
Yeah, big up.
Tag is a great film.
Yeah,
I quite like Tag. I like John Hamm though. I like all the cast.
John Hamm's a good guy.
Because it's John Hamm, Ed Helms, Jeremy Renner, and Hannibal Buress, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Nice. Well, should we divot away slightly?
Yeah, can do.
I'm gonna review something.
Go
I did review The House. Did you want to review something?
on. Well, I could do actually.
Go on.
So I
Treat us.
rewatched a film which I haven't talked about before. It's called Youth in Revolt.
Oh, the Michael Cera one. This is
Yeah.
after you watched Superbad. You went on a Michael
Oh
Cera.
no, I haven't watched
fucking-
Superbad recently.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
No, I was
I
around
watched it
I
recently.
was around with friends.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it's good.
I've
watched
never
it years
watched
ago
it.
and I really enjoyed it then.
Michael Cera had a weird string of films after that. There was Youth in Revolt, and there was another one that he was in. That
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
that was it.
Which again, it's a decent film. It's
Mm.
nothing like it's a typical.
That's the one with big old racket
Yeah,
on in it,
yeah,
isn't it?
from New Girl, not New Girl, Two Broke Girls.
Two Broke Girls.
Yeah,
I can't remember her name.
she's
but
in 40-Year-Old
Four
Virgin as well.
Is she?
Yeah, she plays her daughter.
Yes, of course she does. Yeah.
But no, it's a good film. I watched it years and years ago. I thought it was really weird, but I just really enjoyed it because of its quirkiness. It's got a really interesting soundtrack, and it's just kind of it's very Michael Cera.
Yeah.
It suits him. It's got Portia Doubleday in it
Yeah.
from Mr.
From
Robot.
Mr. Robot. Yeah.
Justin Long appears.
Yeah, I like Justin Long.
So a few familiar faces. Steve Buscemi as well. Zach Galifianakis, Ray Liotta.
Well, fair.
It's
There's
actually
quite
really
a lot of
weirdly-
people in it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's quite stacked out.
But yeah, so he basically plays this kid that he's just kind of a bit artsy. He doesn't really get on with anyone. He's got one friend who's just really weird. And then his dad left, or his parents are split up, so he lives with his mum. Doesn't really enjoy that. And then he meets this girl on a trip,
Yeah.
and he's like, the only way that I'm gonna make her fall in love with me is by being the man that she is her dream man.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is some French auteur cinema. Oh, I smoke cigarettes all the time. I'm so nihilistic. I don't give a shit. So he creates his alter ego that acts.
I've seen
through
the
him.
case where it's like.
Yeah, it's him with the
him and-
mustache
yeah,
and
yeah.
a cigarette. Yeah. And it basically, he just fucking starts doing all this fucking unhinged stuff, all for Portia Doubleday.
Is it funny?
It is funny.
I might have to give it a go because I fucking
Again,
love
on
Michael
Prime.
Cera.
Not very long, about 90 minutes.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
And yeah, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, he is just. I'm so glad he's having a little bit of a comeback, being
Yeah.
in Barbie and then Dream Scenario, which I loved him in both of those things. As Alan in Barbie, it's just so funny.
Yeah. Oh, and when I watched Twin Peaks as well, seeing him
Ah,
as fucking
the fucking
the
they're
police
like
chief's- not
they're
the
like,
police
oh, we're
chief,
so
yeah.
proud of our son. He's so
Yeah.
cool and he's amazing. And then fucking Michael
Something
Cera
Brando,
does all
innit?
the fucking motorbike. Oh, the cast in season 3 of Twin Peaks is the most
unreal.
ridiculous fucking stacked
Just the
cast.
fucking everything about that season of TV
Yeah,
is just mind bending.
yeah, it is unreal. It's just.
Oh, it's a miracle that it's a tangible thing that we have.
I
Do you
can't
know what I mean?
believe that.
All
Yeah.
the elements came together to create this one thing.
Well, I think that I
At this
read a
one
little bit
time.
about season 3, and I think that it was in a bit of a phase where they were rebooting or recycling a lot of TV shows from olden days. And they basically gave David Lynch carte blanche to do whatever he wanted, which it has resulted in an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah.
But that could have not been the case.
But I mean,
but I wonder if he
like
wouldn't have agreed
David Lynch.
to. Yeah, he might not have agreed to without that creative control because he didn't have it for the original 2 series of Twin Peaks.
And it did show towards the end of season 2.
Oh,
when,
definitely, yeah.
The fucking...
It's just all it's a bit random, isn't it?
Yeah.
The last third, basically.
Yeah, with fucking Wyndham Earl and all the... Yeah, people just start coming into the hotel and you're like, who the fuck are these people? Why should we care about
Heather
them?
Graham turns up.
Yeah. The bloke from Titanic shows up and sweeps Audrey off her feet.
It's just weird. It's a really weird... I mean, it's great, but the last... It feels almost out of place in a show that is designed to be weird because it doesn't feel like it has any narrative purpose.
Yeah.
But yeah. No,
I'm
but
glad
season 3 is...
I got to watch it as well before he passed away. Because I feel like I'm seeing now that he's passed, there's a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah. I feel like we got on the bandwagon a year and a half before he actually passed.
Dead.
Yeah. We just started appreciating... Because I think it was Wild at Heart that set us off, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? It was the first one.
And we were like...
Or what did Jack do?
Oh, well, what did Jack do? I'd watched like 7 years ago, to be fair, and I was like, I don't get this.
No.
I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I kind of liked it still.
Yeah. I just had I was like, what?
Yeah. Cooper.
You remind me today of a Mexican Chihuahua.
He's so good. He's so loud with his fucking... Agent Dale Cooper!
Agent Cooper!
Hi, Gordon. You want some cherry pie and coffee?
I had a lovely drive-in!
That is exactly what it's like, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so good.
He's just lip reading.
He's just like no idea what the fuck's going on. That was good. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
That was for you, David.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace,
This is
David.
a double memorial episode.
They did a big tribute to him at the Oscars.
Oh,
well, they did like a tribute to a lot of people that passed, but they did pause on him for quite a long time, and like James L. Jones.
And like, respectfully so.
Yeah. Oh, he's just a hero, isn't he?
Do you know what I find so intriguing about him?
Go on.
Is the fact that his pictures are like usually quite dark, quite disturbing. Yet his
chill.
personality is like the most like bubbly and like positive. It's crazy.
But that's what I thought when I watched the Oscars about Sean Baker. He is not what you expect.
No.
He is a tiny little man that I'm pretty sure is a little bit like nerdy, and he's like just lovely.
Yeah.
Seems so nice. I'm like, not that your pictures are making are like inherently nasty, but they're like American optimism, but about like the real gritty nitty of life.
They're actually being more practical.
Yeah.
And, like, upfront.
And these and like with tales on capitalism in America and their realism. But yeah, he doesn't seem like that way inclined at all. But I'm guessing he's just makes his actors feel really comfortable because he is so lovely. Yeah. And they will then go above and beyond and do those uncomfortable things like just be naked.
Same with like Martin Scorsese, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like he's notoriously like just a nice guy.
Yeah.
And all the people that have worked with him always have just like they always form like a bond, and I imagine that's what makes him such a good director. Yeah. Is that he's able to make that bond and like just bring out the best in like actors.
Yeah, I agree. I
didn't score Youth in Revolt. It's probably an 8 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
8 out of 10, folks.
Nice. Just gonna keep
room.
So I'm gonna make a prediction.
Go on.
My film prediction of this year is that James Gunn's Superman is going to get nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. That's my prediction of the year. I feel like they've got blockbusters earmarked each year which are getting nominated. Top Gun Maverick, Wicked, and whatever it was the year for Barbie. Those are those films. Superman. And it's going to be the film that we need this year. We need positivity and unification coming out of America, and not hatred and dividification. I prefer my word. Division, which is what is being preached in America at the moment. And that is my prediction. You watch this space, Superman Legacy, whatever it's called.
Oh, I don't.
I will. I guarantee it. So. It will be a Best Picture.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not a massive fan of Superman.
No, I know, and I'm not either. It will be a Best Picture nomination. Unless it comes out and it's shit.
I don't think it'll be shit.
No.
But I don't think it's going to be Best Picture worthy.
Guarantee.
Think of like comic book films don't really get nominated for Oscars, especially Best Picture.
No. I know.
Black Panther's probably the most recent comic book.
Probably, yeah. And Black Panther, Joker.
Yeah.
But I think that had they had more pictures being nominated when the original Avengers come out, that would have been nominated for Best Picture. Because they are making a point to include 2 blockbusters in the categories.
Are they?
Yeah, they
Just
do.
for the sake of it.
Well, not necessarily for the sake of it, but they've got to be more culturally relevant. Because you look at some years, like, there's the year where it's like Up in the Air and The Descendants, and like 3 other films that basically no one watched because they are Oscar-y, and then they wondered why they lost a huge amount of viewership. It needs to be relevant. It can't just be these niche films that no one's heard of. Like Nickel Boys, for instance, in this year's category. Yeah. I'm sure is a great film, but no fucker's heard of it. No. It needs to be balanced out with ones that are hugely relevant, as well as being amazing. Yeah. Like, all I've heard is amazing things about Wicked. Barbie, well-deserved. Mm-hmm. Top Gun Maverick, maybe less so, but still was a huge touch point for film that year, wasn't it? Yeah. And I think the fact that Superman is launching a franchise, so it's not currently part of like a multi-sequel thing.
No, but it is.
It's going to be a one and done.
It's a one and done, is it?
Well, it's not a one and done. Sorry, it's like a one film. There's nothing leading into it really.
No, but there's plans for what's going to come.
There is plans. Watch this space. That's my prediction.
Oh, I think we're divided.
Yeah.
Divided we stand, equal we fall.
Yeah. Well, I'm here for unification, and you're here for dividification.
DVDification.
DVD.
What film?
Shaun of the Dead.
Yes. Did you get it at home?
Did you get that?
Let us know in the comments below.
But that's my prediction of the year so far.
I don't like that prediction.
It's gonna be right.
We'll see.
Yeah, we
will see.
Have you got any predictions for the year?
All the Marvel films that are going to come out are going to be pretty shit.
I'd say 2 out of 3 of them will be. Although, I was thinking this about Thunderbolts because Captain America was shit. But I went from thinking it was going to be alright, and then because of Captain America was shit, I was like, this is going to be shit. And the trailer looks a bit bland. But Disney recently, to try and get a bit more credibility, released like some of the talent on board. And there is some quite interesting talent on there. The writers of Beef, the show.
I haven't watched Beef.
Oh, the fucking first season of Beef is amazing. Watch that, but the writers from Beef are on there, and then the special effects team, I think it's special effects or something, from Everything Ever All at Once are involved. Like, yeah, but I mean, it probably is going to be ass.
It's how you said Captain America turned out. It's like they had this idea for a film, and they wanted to go with it, but because they have all this other shit that's like lined up, they have to, cut
it's all
back
just algorithm based, isn't it?
I think it's just going to be like that.
Yeah,
I don't think there's going to be a Marvel film
no
that's not part of the MCU that's going to be like, wow, that's a great film.
No, I don't think any of them are going to be classics, but I don't think the next 2 are going to be worse than Captain America.
You don't think? What are the next 2?
Thunderbolts and then Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, I think, will be all right.
Yeah, I think I'd be surprised if Fantastic Four was shit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like on par with like a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Did you hear about The Electric State, the new Russo brothers film?
No.
So the Russo brothers did the Avengers films and loads of Community episodes in the Captain America films, and I think that they are good directors.
I mean, the Winter Soldier was class.
Winter Soldier's fucking amazing.
But then the Grey Man wasn't very good, was it?
So they did the Grey Man for Netflix following Endgame, and it was fucking terrible, and they spent like $200 million
Everyone was
on it.
Expecting it to be unreal.
Yeah, and I was as well. I was like, Ryan Gosling in return after having his kids, Chris Evans, Ana de Armas, action thriller. Coming off of these incredibly hot directors, and it was fucking terrible. It was absolutely shocking. And then they're doing The Electric State for Netflix now, which is Chris Pratt and
fuck that guy, mate.
I try really hard to like fight for Chris Pratt because I get it. I get why people are turning off of him, but I just love him so much in
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right,
but
fine, those two. But Chris Pratt.
But he is
after 2014.
Yeah,
I've had enough.
I think is I just don't think he's a very good actor, and I think that he's
just a face.
He's been put in things where he's been sort of tasked to act, and I just don't think he can.
He's charismatic.
He's charismatic and he's hysterically funny.
Yeah.
But he isn't what I think he wants to be.
No.
But basically, this Electric State's come out. It's Millie Bobby Brown. No, is it Millie Bobby Brown?
I don't know.
Millie Brown. You know who I mean from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
So so those two are the leads, and they spent really 320 million on it. Right, and apparently it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
And it's a Netflix film, by the way.
I don't think Netflix films have a good track record.
No, they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible.
They are.
Most of the time. Unless they're like independently sort of sourced ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the shows are amazing. But most of their films are pretty terrible, bar Harder They Fall, and I'm sure there's a couple of other ones.
Yeah.
But like anything that they've released that has like Kevin Hart, The Rock, Ryan Reynolds,
is
fucking Mark Wahlberg
dog.
is fucking shit. And then they've massively spent on this film, and I think it's like 10% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment. Apparently, it's fucking shocking.
Uncut Gems is a
good one.
That was 3A24.
Yeah, that was
distributed by Netflix.
So that's a stinker.
Yeah. Apparently,
I mean, I might watch it at some point. I don't even know if I can be bothered. I kind of just think that they're making films. I don't really know why. I don't see what the end game for it is. Excuse the pun. But I don't know why why they need so excessively to spend on it, and then whether they just we don't care if it's bad or not because people will watch it because it's there,
or we just got to because it's in our contract.
Yeah, exactly. It's bizarre. I don't know, and it's obvious that fucking the Russo brothers obviously have incredible directing credentials for action films and did amazing work on Community. So they can obviously do it. Yeah, I'm like, what? How have they released two such terrible films in a row?
Back to back.
Not that I've seen Electric State,
but
let's just assume that we're gonna go with a majority of the reviewers in the world and assume that Electric State is terrible. Which is a shame because it's kind of like a new independent property. It is based off a book, but it's like a new sci-fi in a new world. But apparently it's just fucking shocking.
Just grasping at clutching at straws now.
Clutching at straws, yeah. I thought that was quite interesting. But 320 fucking million.
That's got to be one of the most expensive films of all time.
Probably, yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Isn't it like Avengers Age of Ultron?
No.
What is it?
It's Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought I was in a pub quiz and we had the question.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been Avatar.
Yeah, do you know what? Because James Cameron lied about it.
Did he?
So he didn't lie. I don't know if he didn't directly lie. He sort of did. He basically said that Avatar 2. He was like, he was like, if this film doesn't become the sort of fifth or fourth best-selling film of all time, we will lose money on it, which was just total fucking bollocks.
Yeah,
it didn't need to make that much money. It needed to make probably 600-700 million plus, which it was basically guaranteed to do, to sort of recoup its costs, including production and advertising. He was like, it needs to make 1.5 billion or we're going to lose money on it. I'm like, there's no way.
I mean, it did do that anyway.
Yeah, it did 2.3 billion, I think, but
that was mad.
But yeah, no, I can get that with The Force Awakens. I guess it's hard because they've got to create all these new sets and things.
And they all did it. They tried to do as much of it practically,
yeah.
And they gave up with 8 and 9.
Yeah. So yeah, 8 has got quite a lot of practical stuff in it. 9 has less, so there's more CGI in 9.
Oh, are you aware that I've watched 9 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like getting slapped in the face with a lip dick, isn't it?
Fucking slapped in the nuts with a lip dick.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. There's 2 fucking fake outs in it of Chewie and C-3PO. Oh, they're alright. Oh no, he actually hasn't lost his memory. Fuck off. Just fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fucking
everyone
pisshead.
in that film was
they can fly now. They fly now. Ah, fuck off.
Isn't there another trilogy coming?
I reckon there might be about 11 announced Star Wars films, and the only one that is close to fruition is The Mandalorian and the Grogu film. That's it.
Need to give up.
They just keep announcing them and they keep not releasing them. But yeah, Rise of the Skywalker gets my back up because it pisses me off so much. And I could cope with it being a shit film if it didn't spend most of its time trying to retcon what The Last Jedi achieves. I get that some people don't like that film, but you shouldn't fucking create an entire film around fan backlash because you can't appease Star Wars fans. They must have learned. They probably didn't learn that lesson. No. They should have learned that lesson from the prequel films. Yeah. But you can't appease a Star Wars fan because either you make something that's exactly the same and they're like, oh, it's exactly the same, or you make something that's radical and different, like The Last Jedi, and they're like, we don't fucking like that.
It's different, yeah.
You can't appease them.
Where's Luke? Where's Chewie?
Yeah. They just want the same shit, but they want to get the feeling they got when they were 12 watching The New Hope for the first time, and you just can't recreate it. So they just shouldn't have listened. They were just fucking retarded.
They shouldn't have made them. They shouldn't have made them.
No.
There's no point for them.
Well, I really enjoy The Force Awakens, even if it is basically just A New Hope.
But would you watch it over A New Hope?
I wouldn't watch it over A New Hope, but if I watch them, I watch all of them bar Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
Including Han Solo.
Okay.
Quite like Han Solo. It's got its issues. I like the bits of it that I can tell were made by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and then I don't like the bits which I can tell were made by Ron Howard.
Right.
But I don't love the prequels, and I would probably watch the last 10 minutes of Phantom Menace. Be like, I'm happy. Attack of the Clones I could just skip. I would watch it if I was watching all of them, but it is terrible. It's the worst one of the prequels.
It is.
And it was the worst one until Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah.
And
3 you can watch.
Revenge of the Sith is alright. It just about makes it into the nearly good
I think it
bracket.
gets too much hate.
The problem is it is not well acted from the main character of Anakin Skywalker. And even Natalie Portman's a bit checked out in it. Ewan McGregor's great. And it's just a bit weightless. But this opening scene with the spaceships is unbelievable.
The opening scene and obviously the final scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the bit in Mustafa's cool and there's some cool bits in it, but it's not great. And then obviously New Hope classic, Empire classic, Return of the Jedi I think is a fucking amazing film, but it's not quite perfect like the previous two. And then Force Awakens is A New Hope. It's cool, but it's A New Hope for a modern generation, and it works. It's basically the same without being too radical. I think it appeased a lot of people. It made us all get that Star Wars feeling back. Like, it was huge. Everyone was talking about it. And The Last Jedi comes along, and I think it's amazing. And I think 50% of people love it, and 50% of people fucking hated it to the ground. And I just loved what it tried to do. I don't think everything stuck, but I wrote an article about it on our Multimediaverse website about why it's time to give it a rewatch. And then I just think The Rise of Skywalker was just fucking poo. It was poo wrapped in poo with a fucking layer of poo on it.
A poo fajita.
It was a poo heater with a crunchy poo fucking deep fried and shit. And it was just a badass film, man, and not in a good way. It was a bad ass film, not a badass film.
Yeah, it was an ass film.
There's so much irritating about it. Why did they bring Palpatine back? No need to bring back Palpatine. Snoke was fine, and then Kylo Ren should have become the bad guy.
Yeah.
Maybe redeemed himself at the end. I don't know what they were trying to do, but I don't think he needed to. I think they should have just let him go full bad guy. He was going to die either way.
It would have made him more threatening as a villain.
Yeah.
Rather than teasing a love interest with him and Rey.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't mind that was there because I think that hints more at Rey's dark side. Like, I didn't mind that part of The Last Jedi. I think it... Yeah. I think that works quite well, but then you get it in and then they're like... And then they kiss, and I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Didn't need that.
It could have been that... Is it Aragorn and...
Eowyn or Arwen?
Maybe Arwen.
Well,
the one that's
he actually likes, or the one he actually... Sorry, the one that likes him, or the one that he actually ends up marrying.
The one that likes him.
Eowyn.
Yeah, it's like that forbidden. It's like,
yeah,
I know I have this feeling, and he has the feeling as well, maybe. But there's greater things at stake.
Yeah, which is terrible. And then the bit at the end where you get all these amazing ships fly into Exegol, and then there's like no dogfighting. There's like no dogfighting at all, which is some of the best parts of Star Wars. Of like that, like camaraderie between ships.
Yeah.
Like, where'd he go, fucking whatever your matey is?
Red 5.
Yeah, well done, Red 5. You fucking blew that tater tot out of the fucking sky. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking cool. It works. It's so good. And then they basically spend all the camera time that's in space with, like, them riding fucking horses or space horses across a fucking part of a big ship. And it's like, what are you doing?
It's like it's just all